So I messed up. Hello. So you've probably seen the title to this video or the thumbnail, probably, definitely. How else would you have clicked on this video? So you know what we're making today. I am going to attempt to make one of those side tie sweater vests. A couple years ago, I started just seeing them everywhere. And by everywhere, I mean Pinterest, but it was all over my feed. Was that the same for everybody, or was that just me? Sometimes I don't know if it's like I liked something and then it just literally every 5th post I see, or if it's just everybody experiencing this, but I was seeing it everywhere. And so the next year I was looking to buy it, and then I kind of had a Homer Simpson moment of, you know, you can make this. You don't have to buy it if you don't want to. And then a couple months ago, I saw someone wearing it on a TV show I was watching. So I just thought that was the final sign. So I'm going to make one this week for myself. Hopefully it takes a week. I think it will. I am not going to go off of a pattern. I think it's just, isn't it just 2 rectangles with trim on the sides and the front, and then 2 ties on each side? It's just rectangles, right? So I don't think I need a pattern, and then on top of that, I'm a rebel. And I just tend to not like to use patterns if I don't need to. I don't know what the reason behind that is. I think I just like to make things harder for myself. But I really don't think I'll need one. I don't think this will be too complicated without one. I have looked up and researched some new stitches I would like to try. So those I did learn, and I will be putting those in my description if you want to go learn these stitches too, because everyone I learned from did a very good job of teaching. Once again, it was all on YouTube. The yarn I'm going to use, wait, I didn't get it, hold on. Oh, I can't reach it, there we go. I'm back. The yarn I'm going to use is this beautiful lavender. I think this is 3? A 3? Yeah, but it's this beautiful lavender, which is one of my favorite colors. And I think it's gonna be really pretty, and I'm very excited. So I think that's all I need to say. So let's get started. The first step was to construct the main front and back pieces. I started with the back, and after some research decided to try a shell stitch. For some reason it looks kind of floral to me. Don't ask me why, that's just what my brain thinks. And it was pretty easy to pick up because it reminded me a lot of granny squares, which if you've seen any of my previous videos, I've done plenty of. Then I started on the front, trying to make it a bit wider than the back. So I messed up. If you can't tell from my last clip, my front half was a lot longer than my back half. And I think what happened was I miscounted on my back piece, and luckily it ended up being the right width. And then I correctly counted it on my front piece, and it ended up being way too long. So I had to undo all of it. I'm not completely done with this first row, but I already think it's better. So had to undo a few hours of work, but at least it's gonna look better now, hopefully. Cool. Love it. So the rest of the night was spent with me redoing work I'd already done, but by the end of the night I had a completed back panel and a completed front panel, and to make sure they were the right size, I slapped them onto my body.
Nice shot!
Very precise. Wait, should I trim this off? Should I? I should, just so it looks nice. All right, so both pieces are done. This is, oh, I didn't trim the other one. Are you kidding me? Hold on. This is the back piece. This is the front piece. I don't have to get it back up so you can see it. Front piece, as I probably already explained, is a little wider and a little longer to make room for. So what is up next? First of all, I did not expect this. It's so soft. Like it feels like a baby blanket, which is not something I was expecting when I just felt the individual yarn, but when it's like crocheted together, ooh, it feels nice. So next steps, ribbed trim across the top, sides, and bottom of each piece, but I didn't really think I would like the scalloped edge so much, but I really do. So I think I'm going to try to have it to where it kind of comes up against my neck and stitch it more like a boat. What was I even saying? Come up onto my neck, kind of like a turtleneck, but only on the front, if that makes any sense. And then it will be kind of like a boat neck connected on the sides, like so. I hope that this will work. I've never done anything like this before. We will have to see, but I am hoping that it will give at least like a mock neck, and that way it will really show off this beautiful scalloped edge. And then I'm going to kind of notch the two into each other to have, I don't know how to explain this, but to basically have the, if you can see this at all, should I get closer? The bumps, the scallops kind of come into each other like this, if that makes any sense. Once again, just showing off the beautiful scallops. Scallops? Like the fish? Not the fish, the mollusk? What's a scallop? I looked it up and there are two options, I think. Either what I believe is called a camel stitch, or I can do a double slip stitch. I'm gonna try both and see which one I like more. And then the last thing to do is the ties, and then we're done. So I think I'm over halfway through with this. It's all coming together. Very exciting. Okay, I'll get back to you when I start crocheting again. Cool. Okay, so that took a minute, but here we are. This took a little longer than I thought it would. It looks just a little wonky, but you know what? I'm gonna say that that's fine. That's fine for now. I'm actually going to take a pause on this. I'll tell you my next steps though before we do. I am going to add a probably like 3-inch band to the hem. Actually, you know what? 3 sounds like a lot. Maybe like 2. Maybe 1.5. Maybe it won't be very long. Sorry, the lighting is terrible. It's very late at night. Well, not very. For me, it's late, which is not late for most people. So this is what it looks like so far. I'm gonna say not bad. I changed shirts. I don't need to be wearing a sweater over a sweater right now. So just to see, I put on a random long sleeve shirt. this is looking better than when it was off the body, which I'm so glad because I was a little afraid. It was looking kind of wonky. I just never know what I'm doing. So what I think I might do on this side, like this side is straight. This side is a little, it dips a little. So I think when I go to do that like hem right here, I'm not gonna pick up the bottom. I'm gonna try to pick up like this right here instead and kind of fake it. And hopefully that doesn't look too weird. We'll see. So yeah, going pretty well though. I'm pretty happy. The bottom is going to be just single crochets. I'm not gonna do ribbing. I think that will make it more visually interesting than just doing the same. I'm loving the textures here. I wanna add one more. And then I'm going to add the ties, which I think will be about maybe an inch wide and I don't know, 1.5 feet long. So that's 4 of those, 2 of these, we'll get there. However, I am going to take a pause on this and work on a project that I technically finished, but I think I found a better way to do it. So yes, she has returned. So in my last video, I worked on this convertible sweater where the sleeves can detach. And I didn't really love, like I thought it was a very cool piece, but I just don't really love the way I did the connections with just like a bit of cheap ribbon. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to chain basically buttonholes right here and where all the buttons are. And I think that will make the fit be a little bit better. I think it will fit a little less wonky. Crossing my fingers, I'm not sure, but I do think that'll be a better way. Sorry if that's not super clear, but I will show you when I'm done. Update on this sweater right here. So what I did last night, let me find a good one. Oh, this one's fine. Is, maybe I'll get you guys a little closer. I made a buttonhole that looks like that. I originally was like, should I do a loop? And I was like, no, I don't think that will stay. And I ended up being right. I tested it out. It didn't stay at all. But the buttonhole kind of pins it in on both sides. And now it fits so much better. It doesn't gape as much. It gapes a little, but I don't really mind that. I kind of liked the look because my inspiration was 15th and 16th century sleeves. And put you back out again. And they don't slip anymore. So update. Octopus arms. Tuck it in. Where's the 4th one? Wait, oh. It's back there, it's hiding. So now, maybe if we just like lightly tuck all 4 strands in. I'm tired, that's exhausting. Okay, that is the finished product. I'm pretty happy with it. I kept kind of changing the design in my head as I went along. So for like changing my mind every 5 seconds, that was pretty good. Also, my light isn't in the right place. Hold on. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Sure. yeah, kept changing my mind every 2 seconds, but I ended up really liking it. I kind of want to make a second one eventually that's a little bit more like longer, like maybe to the top of the thigh. I really love the color. I love the mixture of patterns. I will say something's a little iffy on the fit for me, and I haven't quite figured out what that is yet. I don't know if it's that I need like a second tie right under the arms. Maybe I'll do that eventually, but not now. I'm considering this finished. This was yet another project where I spent a lot longer on it than I thought I would, but I really like it. And it feels really unique, like even from other like side tie open vest, sweater vests that I've seen. I think this looks a little different, which is what I wanted. So yay! Probably a million other versions of this top, but I haven't seen it, so I'm gonna call it unique. Yeah, that's gonna be it for me this week. I hope you had a good time. I certainly did. And I hope to see you back here next time. Bye!